गाय की चमड़ी से बनती थी, इसलिए वो लोग साइकिल भी नहीं चलाते थे। इतने रूल्स बनाने के बावजूद फिर हम लोग के सोसाइटी में क्लास पैदा हुए, हाई क्लास, अपर क्लास, लोअर क्लास, ऐसा क्लास पैदा हुआ। इतना होने के बाद भी फिर कास्ट सिस्टम में हम लोग जैसे जनरल, SC, ST, क्लासों के ऊपर क्लास, क्लासों के ऊपर क्लास, ऐसे बनते गए। इतने होने के बाद भी कुछ हम लोग के सोसाइटी में कास्ट से कुछ सुविधा आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? क्यों इतना डिवीजन होने के बाद भी SC, ST, जनरल, OBC, MOBC बनाया गया? क्यों बनाया गया? अगर बनाया,
you want to erase out this caste system, but then why it was again made a division between general, ST, SC, OBC? Is it not a mirror reflection of the caste system?
See, आप जो कह रहे हैं, लेकिन वो पांडव, especially modern India, raised a very good issue. I think caste is getting worse. It's getting politicized. जाति को एक राजनैतिक स्वरूप दे रहे हैं, वो राजनैतिक स्वरूप बहुत गंभीर है, क्योंकि इससे आप क्या कर रहे हैं? डिवाइडेड रूल, आप लोग को डिवाइडेड रख रहे हैं। विमेन्स बिल लेजिए, आज तक विमेन्स बिल क्लास बिल है, विमेन आर फाइटिंग एज अ क्लास, नॉट एज अ कास्ट। आप उसको रिजर्वेशन लगा रहे हैं, और रिजर्वेशन लगा के तो गई बढ़ेगी। अब वही आप लोकपाल बिल को भी किया। It is, I think, basically a ploy of divide and rule. I am for benefits for the marginalized, for the poor, for the socially backward in an unequal society. But jati ye perpetuate कर रहा है। Your question is right. Caste is a social injustice. You cannot have a system of equality based on caste. It is an illusion they are trying to create, and I think the politicians have done it very well. Because please see, the central leadership is still with the upper caste. Even I don't know anybody from Bengal. The Communist Party, Marxists, they're all Bhadralok, Brahmini, pulling Brahmins and pulling Kais. Nobody below that caste dwell in the leadership. Even Mamata Banerjee is a Brahmin. So if you see clearly, has leadership really moved down centrally? It has not. So in many ways, it has reservation produced another Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar did not rise from reservation. He came without reservation. That means somewhere they are stunting us or making a fool of us. So unless you annihilate caste, I believe in the Ambedkar framework that you have to annihilate caste.
मैम, one more question. ये जो रिजर्वेशन हो रहा है अभी कास्ट के ऊपर, उससे कुछ फायदा हो रहा है आजकल के जमाने में?
आप बोल रहे हैं आपको फायदा हो रहा है?
मैं तो जनरल का हूँ, बिना कुछ प्रिविलेज का हम लोग यहाँ तक पहुँचे। एक किसान की बेटी एक कॉलेज में कट ऑफ दिया गया है आर्ट्स के लिए 75% चाहिए, 75% चाहिए। जनरल के लिए 75 चाहिए, ST के लिए 50-60 ऐसे कुछ, और ST के लिए 35 ऐसा कुछ चाहिए। एक किसान को बेटी जो कि ट्राइबल है, उसको मिली 35%। वो इनोवा में आती है, उसी कॉलेज में आती है। 35% मिलने के बाद एक अमीर बाप की औलाद इनोवा में आती है 35% लेके उसी कॉलेज में एडमिशन लेने के लिए। लेकिन एक किसान की बेटी जो रिक्शा में आती है 65 मिली है, उसको एडमिशन नहीं मिली। क्यों? कुछ रिजर्वेशन से कुछ फायदा हो रहा है हम लोग यहाँ पे एजुकेशन में स्पेशली।
मैं भी रिजर्वेशन वाली नहीं हूँ, इसलिए इकोनॉमिक स्टेटस मस्ट बी है। बट इकोनॉमिक स्टेटस में लोग झूठ बोल देते हैं, नॉन क्रीमी लेयर आए हैं, बट पीपल झूठ बोल देते हैं। एंड इट इज इश्यू ऑफ पावर। जिसके पास सत्ता है उसके पास सब।
हम लोग यहाँ बुद्धि के हिसाब से नहीं तोलते, पैसों के हिसाब से तोलते हैं। एक संतरा अगर मैं 50 पैसे में खरीदा, अगर आप 200 रुपये में खरीदे ना, आप बहुत महान हो गए। भाई ये संतरा तो 200 रुपये में खरीदे, तुम क्या चीज हो 50 पैसे में खरीद के लाए हो, चल तुम बताओ। ऐसे होते हैं हम लोग के इंडियन सोसाइटी में आजकल।
राष्ट्रपिता गांधी जी जाति आधार पे समाज
has asked me a question that Mahatma Gandhi, when we call the father of the nation, did believe in the Chaturveda. In Chaturveda, that is the caste system, he did endorse it. At the same time, he also called for a casteless society. So how do you think, how far does it is relevant to us? మీరు అట్లా చూస్తే మహాత్మా గాంధీలో చాలా ఇదేంటి కాంట్రడిక్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. మహాత్మా గాంధీని మీరు ముందు తీసుకుంటే ముందు ఆయన చాలా చేశారు. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఒకటి అడుగుతున్నాను, ఇప్పుడు దళితులే హరిజనులు అంటే ఇంకందరికి రాక్షసుడు పిల్లలా, మీరే దేవుడి పిల్లలంటే ఇంకందరూ రాక్షసుడు అటు అవుతుందా? అందుకు ఆయనలో కాంట్రడిక్షన్స్. నన్ను అడిగితే నేను మహాత్మా గాంధీని రాష్ట్రపిత అని నాకు అంత అభిమానం లేదు.
తర్వాత రిజర్వేషన్
వాళ్ళకి చెప్తాను. My question, I told him that Mahatma Gandhi is very contradictory and controversial. If you see, Mahatma Gandhi on one side supports caste system to Chaturveda. Other side he talks about egalitarian society. You can't have it. Number two, Mahatma Gandhi, if you see to a very large extent, the early and the later Gandhi, there are a lot of contradictions which come in. So I have a lot of reservations while accepting him as the father of the nation.
తర్వాత రిజర్వేషన్ గురించి మాట్లాడతాను. కానీ ఏమైందంటే నాకు యాక్సిడెంట్ కాలం వేసుకుని చెప్పవచ్చే కానీ
His contention is seen after there is a myth that the Rishis dominate Andhra Pradesh. There is a very strong dominant caste of Andhra Pradesh which rules Andhra Pradesh. But he says even I am a Reddy, other than boasting that I am a Reddy, I have nothing. I have no money. I am a very poor Reddy. So he says in what way has really the caste system or the reservations or benefited poor people like us? That is his question.
నాకు 75% వచ్చినప్పుడు
ఏ జాతిలో అయినా పుట్టొచ్చు. ఆయన అదేంటి చెప్పలేని వాడు, ఆయన చాలా మార్కులు ఉంటే మెరిట్ ఉంటే ఏ జాతిలో పుట్టే ఏమిటి ఆర్ రిలీజియస్ బేసిస్ బికాస్ విల్ డివైడ్ us further rather than unify.
For all of us, I have a problem with the language that we are using especially. A human being, starting from the ancient days, has born with equal rights. It is by inequalities which were perpetuated, some is made less caste or less privileged. You are not giving any privileges to anybody. Everybody is born with equal rights. Okay? You are paying back what you have looted from them. That is what my whole point of it. You are not giving any privileges to any tribal area. And what the basis that you are talking about for reservation is not solely on economic basis. If you take and analyze the entire history of India, the so-called Hindu perpetuated history, take a scientific analysis of the books, then you will know that the entire education and societal respect was confined to a single caste. For 3,000 years or more than that, only Brahmins were allowed to read and know the knowledge. Whereas Shudras, who happened to even listen to it, they were poured mercury into their ears so that they cannot listen. This was the predicament. Okay, this was the situation. One is economy basis, that's okay, and the other is societal respect. What he is talking is, of course I agree that there are poor Reddys, but when you take societal respect as a basis, do you get the same respect when somebody with a title and called Reddy is placed on par with a Dalit with no title as Reddy? The societal respect is also a basis for reservation. आप इसी लोग में देखते हैं तो मतलब उनका नाम जानने में ये वेंकट रेड्डी है और दूसरा है कोई सतीश को एरा कर रहा है तो वेंकट रेड्डी, उसको समाज में जो ऊंचा दर्जा दिया जाता है वो किसी और को नहीं है. वो ऐसा क्यों है? साइंटिफिक एनालिसिस मैडम ने बताया कि पूरे भारत देश का जितने भी पॉलिटिशियंस है और जितने भी पद में है उन सबका लेके एक एनालिसिस बना दीजिए कौन कौन क्या क्या पद में है. It is entirely dominated by Brahminical society. In Andhra Pradesh, it is completely dominated by 1% of Reddis. 1%, not even 1%. 1% Reddis who are major in political holding ministry positions. What about the 99% of the people? Don't they have any brains?
Why don't they don't come?
Why they don't? I'll answer. It is not about coming forward, my dear friend. It is not about coming forward.
I have given you
Just a second.
Let him reply.
People, this is, you are talking about the society that you are in now. There is a great history which dates back us to thousands of years, where you have been denying rights, you have been occupying lands, you have been taking away somebody's opportunities by accumulating lands, by holding power in your hands and perpetuating that they are inferior and somebody is superior. So, even if now rights are given to them, those are not equal rights. Why they are not coming forward things? Let me give you an account. If a Brahmin is now well read, which means that his forefathers and forefathers were access to knowledge. If a Dalit is read, he may be first generation learner. Okay, how can you make this inequality which is perpetuated by the history and equal to the now competition? मतलब बाप दादा परदादे सब पढ़ लिख के, अब जो दलित एक बार पढ़ता है उसके बाप दादा वो सब है, कोई पढ़ा लिखा नहीं है, तो अब किस कंपटीशन की बात कर रहे हैं? How do you compensate for the history loss? देखिए आप एक इंडिविजुअल को how do you assess a student's performance? That's a basic question. Is it based solely on his own individual talent, or based on the guidance that is given at home, based on the society in which he has grown, based on the school he has studied? देखो दलित के बच्चे जितने भी हैं गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में पढ़ते हैं, and whereas the students, Brahmins as well as many others, take a list and survey, do a scientific study. Majority are studying in convent schools. How can you compare a convent educated guy and a government school educated guy and say that these two are equal? That's basic thing. If now equal rights are given, what about the law that has been there perpetuated throughout the history?